very happy to have Todd Jackson from Hockey Canada with us. Good morning to you. Brian Gilliam, Pee Wee hockey coach. And the reason that we're talking about Pee Wee hockey is this is the year where the ban in terms of body checking is in place. So 12-year-olds are no longer body checking.
Right.
So can I ask you a couple of reasons for that?
Sure, absolutely. I think the big ones are research. There's been a lot of good research out there that has shown us that the injury rates are higher when the Pee Wee kids are checking. Certainly medical opinion. We work with some great doctors around the country and certainly around the world who have given us evidence that have said, you know what, we need to continue to make the game safe. And recruitment, retention, and we want to bring kids into the game and keep them in the game, and it's all about an enjoyable environment and a safe environment.
So with that, a ban coming in for Pee Wee hockey, why not extend that to Bantam and Midget?
Well, I think right now the information is telling us that we need to focus on the Pee Wee level. I think what we're going to see is coming out of that Pee Wee level is we're going to see that skill level come up because they're going to have an extra couple of years in Pee Wee to hone their skills and become better hockey players, and we're going to see that make Bantam and Midget that much safer.
All right, Brian, how do you feel about the ban as it's in place this year?
I like the idea. I like the opportunity to give young kids an increased safe environment, to push it out one more year, to increase the amount of time that we have to develop their skill set, develop their checking skill fundamentals, so that when they do progress to a body checking environment, there's a higher insurance that it's going to be a safer, more protected environment for them to play in.
This is not something that could possibly be gradually rolled out. So it's a hard line. We're heading into the new season here. How does that change your coaching?
Well, for me, and I think for every coach, what it does is it puts an increased emphasis now on making sure that we're teaching that fundamental checking skill set, body position, angling skills, stick checking, and teaching kids that body checking is just one of many facets of the checking component. Not always required. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But we have to do a better job, and we have more time now to do a better job on building that base fundamental checking skill set that builds in and progresses to body checking as the final.
Todd, we see you alluded to some stats here. 3-fold increase of injury in Pee Wee hockey players where body checking is allowed. 4-fold increase in concussion. Yeah. This is Hockey Canada takes concussions very seriously, and I want to ask you about fighting in hockey. It seems to be a culture, especially in Canada, that people like it in the game. How does Hockey Canada feel about it?
Well, certainly we govern amateur hockey. I won't speak from a pro standpoint, but certainly from an amateur standpoint, we don't allow fighting in hockey. We don't allow fighting in minor hockey. We don't allow fighting in female hockey. And I think that tells you right there what our stance is on it. And certainly we feel that we have control over our area, and we have control over amateur hockey, and that's where we're going.
Was there a feeling of having to move quickly here? The research has leaped ahead over the last little while, and I think parents might have been shocked at the point where it just came out, boom, Hockey Canada says no more hitting in Pee Wee.
Well, I don't think we did move quickly, actually. If you look at the background and you look at the work groups that were put in place and you look at the information that was studied before this decision was made, it wasn't a quick decision. It seemed like a quick decision because of the way it was brought forward, but certainly it was not a quick decision.
So back behind the scenes, there was a lot of work going on.
Absolutely.
Okay, Brian, how about parents? How are they reacting to this?
Very neutral from conversations I've had. I've had quite a few parents and coaches engage me in conversations, ask my opinion. There seems to be a very neutral, take it or leave it kind of sense out there, no real dissenting opinion for or against. I think for the most part people understand why the decision was made, and they're prepared to get on board with it for the betterment of the game in general.
Even parents who are looking for their kids to be at an even higher level of competition, I think safety, parents are never unhappy that their kids are safer.
No question. Safety and enjoyment is number one, and that's what we have to do to keep kids in the game.
I'm not being rude by looking at the iPad while you're speaking. I'm actually looking at Hockey Canada's app. There are two.
Yes.
Head Games, and then there is a concussion app called
Head First.
It's Head Smart for parents.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that one.
Yeah.
The kid one is very cool. So as well, but this is how seriously you're taking it. Built an app for it, and talk to me a little bit about some of the options here. I'm going to move over.
Absolutely.
To this bar.
So the area you're in is the prevention area, and that's one of the most important areas, obviously. We also go into symptoms. We go into what to do if there's a concussion, but we really want every parent and every coach to download this onto their iPads, onto their smartphones, and have this information available. I think it's great teaching, and it's great to have if your child were to happen to suffer a concussion in the game.
Pretty cool stuff. The team meeting is one of the headings. Nathan's story, obviously someone's explaining how they're not invincible is what it says there. In some ways a concussion occurs. A great little handy video there. So folks can download this at what cost?
Absolutely no cost at all. It's free of charge.
All right.
Go to www.hockeycanada.ca and they'll be able to download it from there.
Look for Head Smart and Heads Up for kids as well. So Hockey Canada taking it very seriously. Thank you very much to both of you gentlemen for stopping by and helping us understand the ban for body checking in Pee Wee hockey. Our concussion special continues.